Midas was a king who lived in a beautiful, luxurious castle, and he had everything he could ever wish for. He lived with his beautiful daughter. But the only thing that made him really happy was gold. He spent days counting all his gold and money. He couldn't live without it. And his money and gold, everything was his obsession. Gold, 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 gold! One day, Dionysus, the god of wine, came by the palace of King Midas. His companion, Silenus, went to the rose garden, and soon he fell asleep. Then he was found by King Midas, who was very surprised to see him, and he recognized him instantly, and so he invited him over to his palace to stay for a few days. Dionysus was very grateful to Midas for his kindness and promised Midas to satisfy him with any wish. Midas thought a while and then he said, "I hope that everything I touch becomes gold." Dionysus warned him about the wish, but he still granted it. The next morning, King Midas woke up and tested his magic. And yes, it actually worked. Then he touched the chair and the carpet. And he kept running in his madness all over his palace until he got exhausted and happy at the same time. He sat at the table to have breakfast, and he took, without even thinking, an apple, and then it turned into gold. Then he took some grapes. They also turned into gold. And in that exact moment, his beloved daughter entered the room. When Midas hugged her, she turned into a golden statue. Despaired and fearful, tears filled his eyes. Despaired and fearful, he raised his arms and prayed to Dionysus to take his curse away from him. "Please, Dionysus, I thought this wish supposed to be a blessing, but it turned to be an absolute nightmare." The god heard Midas and felt sorry for him. He told Midas to go to the river Pactolus and wash his hands. Midas did so. He ran to the river and was astonished to see gold flowing from his hands. When he returned home, everything Midas had touched had become normal again. Midas hugged his daughter in full of happiness and decided to share his great fortune with his people. From now on, Midas became a better person, generous and grateful for all goods in his life. And when he died, they all mourned for their beloved king.